everybody, and welcome to Storm Reads. And today I'm going to do the second part of my book haul of all the books that I've gotten and required during July, when I decided to go looking at the Restore, at the Habitat for Humanities, and my used bookstore, and I got a couple of these from the library. And so I'm going to go ahead and do the classics first. And so I have Jane Austen's Emma. And this is a Bantam classic. It's from 1981. And then I have The Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte, and this is also a Bantam's classic edition. And this one's from 1986. And I have Oliver Twist, which you've probably seen already because I've been reading on this one. And this is by Charles Dickens, and this is also a Bantam classic edition. And let's see. And it's from 1982. So even though these are newer editions of classics, they're still pretty old. And then I also have The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexander Dumas. And this one is a Barnes & Noble classic. And I don't know when it came out. Looks like this one is from 2004, so it's fairly new. Even though 2004 is a long time ago, it's still kind of fairly new. This one's kind of ratty. It's been taped up. But I got these two from the used bookstore, and I got these two from my library for 50 cents. So that was a pretty good deal. Then, speaking of classics, I'm going to the mystery section, and I have Agatha Christie's Murder on the Orient Express. It's kind of a ratty edition, but I didn't have an edition, so I thought it was kind of cool. It's got the sprayed edges, and this one is really cool because it says, now a major motion picture from Paramount, and I'm sure that was probably, when they made a movie back in like 1974, because that's when this came out, this edition. So that's kind of cool. And then I have a Miss Marple mystery, At Bertram's Hotel by Agatha Christie. Picked this one up at a flea market for 50 cents. It was just sitting there and it was staring at me, and it said 50 cents, so I had to pick it up. And this one is the first. It's a signet printing, and it says it was March of 2000, so that one. I'm trying to get me an Agatha Christie collection going, so I can try them, and then maybe I can get better editions of them, of like maybe my favorites and stuff like that. Okay, so these next books I got at the Restore place. They're all from the same author. They're all from the same series, even though some look a little different. And they're about an English professor in Oxford. And his name is, let's see, Gervase Fenn, a professor of English at Oxford. So, he is the amateur sleuth in these. They're by Edmund Crispin. Of course, I didn't get number 1 because I'm never that lucky. I got I think I got numbers 3 down. But so yeah, so I need to do some sleuthing of my own and see if I can come up with number 1 and number 2. But these are in no particular order of the series. I'm just going to show them to you. And this one is from the Perennial Library, and let's see. Yeah, so they were first copied, it says they were first made in 1949. This was from 1949. So I think some of these are like 1944 or whatever. So, but it's in the 40s when they were first published. And this one was published in 1980. And it's kind of got a different cover than some of the other ones. And it's called Buried for Pleasure. The cover gets me. It's kind of cool. And then I have The Moving Toy Shop, and this one's a I think, a penguin crime, because we got the little penguin up here, so it's a penguin crime edition. And another penguin crime, beware of the trains. Covers are just like really cool. I couldn't pass them up. Never heard of this author. I have no clue if these books are even any good. But like I said, I mean, 10 for $1. I just went ahead. I like getting older mysteries. I've been kind of into that. I've been wanting to read a lot of older ones. I've got a whole bunch over here, and I think I'm going to dedicate like a month to like reading older mysteries. And this one is called Frequent Hearses. That's kind of cool. It's got a maze. Then we got The Long Divorce. It's another penguin. And then we have Love Lies Bleeding. I really like the cover of that one. And then we have another one it's in the same series, but it's must be published by somebody. Yeah, it's published by Avon, and it's got it reminds me of Clue. That's what this cover reminds me of. It reminds me of Clue, yeah. And this is a Swan Song by Edmund Crispin, and it's, like I said, it's in the same series with the Gervais Finn character, but it's just published by Avon. And doesn't that remind you of Clue? I mean, it just, I don't know, it just gives off Clue vibes to me. But it's fun. I really like that one. Let's see. It's from 1981 is when that one was done. Then some Miscellaneous Mysteries. I've been collecting the Tony Hillerman books, and I found another one called Dance Hall of the Dead. And this one features Navajo Tribal Police, Joe Leaphorn. Yeah, Lieutenant Joe Leaphorn. And I've been really wanting to get into this one. It's another one of the books that I want. I've got number 1 over there, and then I've just been collecting some of the ones that I see here and there. Hopefully I enjoy the series since I am finding them, but I mean, if I find them cheap, it doesn't really bother me too much if I don't like them. I can always take them back to the used bookstore and get credit and get different books. But yeah, I want to at least try this series, and I think I'll like it once I get into it. So there's that. And yeah, this one is one I have no clue about, and it's called Castle Skull by John Dickerson Carr. And I have no clue what it's about or what. I just know that it looks like a mystery. I'm pretty sure it is. It's from Berkeley Medallion. It's a Berkeley Medallion book. Okay. And it was originally published in 1931, so this is quite old. And this edition, though, is from 1969. So yeah, we've still got a good vintage mark on it there. A classic book with a vintage paperback. There we go. So I thought at first this was a romance by the look of it. You know, I mean, if you look at the cover, it looks like a romance. But this is an action thriller. It says the new smash action thriller by Bill Atkins. I don't know why I can't say that. And it's called The Entry from San Sebastian. And so it just kind of looks cool. It says David Hill, ace adventurer, riding a whirlwind of sex, violence, and vengeance to a bloody flying finish. Okay, so maybe if I would have just read that, I would have known that it was not a romance. But I got it at the restore, and you know, it looked cool. I will admit that I picked books up that look cool without looking to see what they're about. This one is from 1976, so will be interesting to give it a try. A lot of these books that I got here, I got from the used bookstore on the outside, where I was telling you that you can just pick up a whole bunch of books and you can just donate. I think I donated like a couple of dollars, and I came back with quite a few books. And so I've got Heather Graham, and it's Golden Surrender. And I've never tried any other Heather Graham books except for The Crew of Hunter and some of her other paranormal. I've never tried any of her big, thick ones like this and stuff, so I was kind of curious. And I don't know if it's because it was out in kind of the sun, but like it's green. It's kind of like this turquoise color here and the turquoise, and then it's blue here, kind of blue color here. But like I said, they are outside. I mean, they are in the shade kind of, but they are outside. And this one's got a bit of a rip, but I was just curious to give it a try and see if I like it. And it says it's a magnificent Viking. The Magnificent Viking Saga begins. So at least it looks like I got book 1 and something if I want to give it a try. And then I've got a Kathleen E. Woodowis novel, and this one also features, let's see, Catherine Anderson, Loretta Chase, and Lisa Kleypas. That's how you say it. And it's called 3 Weddings and a Kiss. And so it's got a bind up of a bunch of different books. And I don't know if it tells you what the books are or not. Yeah, we got. Okay, Fancy Free by Catherine Anderson, The Mad Earl's Bride by Loretta Chase, Promises by Lisa Kleypas, The Kiss by Catherine E.R. Yeah, that's what it says. That's weird. Yeah, it says Kathleen E.R. Woodowis. Okay. But anyway, so it's like a bind up of, like, I'm guessing some novellas because it's not really that thick, and there's 4 in here. But I seen this one, and then I saw this one, and so I was like, I might as well get this one too, because this one says sequel to New York Times bestseller 3 Weddings and a Kiss. So I got Married at Midnight, and it's got Kathleen E. Woodowis, Joe Beverly, Tanya Ann Crosby, and Samantha James. And I've never read anything from any of these, but let's see if it tells me what the books are. Okay, we got The Determined Bride by Joe Beverly, A Kiss After Midnight by Tanya Ann Crosby, Scandalous Bride by Samantha James, and Beyond the Kiss by Kathleen E. Woodowis. So that's like really weird, because in this one it has her name as, I wonder if that's like a typo, because it has Kathleen E. Woodowis in this one, and in the other one it had Kathleen E.R. Woodowis. So I'm wondering if that one was like kind of a boo-boo. Anyway, so I got those. And so these bind-ups, they came out in the 90s. And I think, I forgot to check, but the Heather Graham one, yeah. And this Heather Graham one's from 1985, so it'll be interesting. This one is a bit taboo for nowadays, but I got it more for sentimental value because I remember reading these books. My mom had these books. It was really popular back then. People don't like them nowadays. That's okay. I don't want no hate or anything. I just thought it was cool, and it's just kind of like I said, it's nostalgia. But it's called Beyond the Horizon, and it's a Woman West book by Connie Mason. It's from, let's see, 1995 it looks like, but I think it was originally made in 1990. This copy is from 1995. But yes, it's about the red and white and Indian and the settler. And so, yeah, I know some people don't like these, but like I said, sentimental value. So I had to get it when I saw it. Then this one is called Cold Night, Warm Stranger by Jill Gregory. Kind of cover. And it's got a step back in it. And like I said, I don't really know anything about these books. I mean, they were out there, and I've been wanting to get some older romance books. So I did. This one's from 1999. Okay. This one cracks me up. Anyway, the step back, guys. I think I got this mainly for the step back. But this is called. I think it's a bind-up maybe. Let me see. Yeah, I think it has 2 books in it. But it has Jan A. Krantz, I'm not sure how to say that, and then Darla Joy, and then we've got Whirlwind Courtship, and then High Energy. So I think it's like a 2-in-1. But look at that. It just cracks me up. I mean, that's all you get for a step back. That right there. And I just had to get it when I saw that. It was just funny. This says, sometimes love is a force of nature. These are from 1996. So, yeah. The original books, though, Whirlwind Courtship was published in 1980 for the first time. And then High Energy must have been a new book that was published with this one, because it's from 1996. Then I've got another bind-up of 2 classic novels and 1 book. And this is Dorothy Gaylock. She is the voice of America's Heartland. And it says Love Seekers. And the 2 books we have in here. Singing Softly to Me, which was published in 1986. And Gentle Torment, which was published in 1981. But this compilation was made in 1987, I believe it said. But, oh wait, no. This was made in 2007. I knew it had a 7 in it. So I got these at the restore place that I thought they were just pretty. And that's pretty much why I got them. Because, I mean, they are kind of pretty. It got this, like, shiny on them. But it's Catherine Anderson's Forever After. And this one's from, I think, the 90s. Yeah. It's an Avon book from 1998. And then I got another Catherine Anderson, and it's called Morning Light. But I mean, it's so pretty. And this one has a step back, but it's not really all that pretty. Well, it's kind of pretty, but it would have been prettier if that person's face wasn't there. I don't know. That's just me. But this one come from, let's see. This one's from 2008. We're getting newer as we go. And this one, oh wait, I take it back. I was going to say this one's my newest one I got, but it's like the second to the newest one I got. And this is Elizabeth Boylan's Along Come a Duke. And let's step back. I really wish this wasn't torn, because this one would have been in pretty good condition if it wasn't torn. But they do that sometimes. I don't know why they do that to the books. I mean, there's got to be a better way, like put a mark on it or something, you know, when it's for resale or whatever, but don't tear the book. But anyway, yeah. Looks like this is from a series maybe called Rhymes with Love. So I've never read Elizabeth Boyle, but I've seen her books around, and so I was kind of curious, and I like my historicals, so there's that. And then I thought this was a pretty good find, because this book came out, I believe, last year, and I found this in the bargain bin. So I don't know if it's because the used bookstore didn't think that people like this author, or that they had maybe too many of them, and so they just threw one in there. But it's in, like, super good condition. And I've never read this author. I think it's an author duo. But I've heard a lot of good things about this author, and so I got the Honey Don't list by Christina Lauren, and I just got this for, like, donating $1 out in the, you know, to them, and got it out of the bargain bins. So I thought that was a pretty good bargain. And I'm hoping I like it. I've heard some of her books are hit or miss with people. I think I've heard pretty good things about this one, but you know, for $1 donation or whatever, it's worth a try anyway. And that's all the books. That is a lot of books, and now I have to go through them and categorize them and put them on Goodreads and in my spreadsheet or whatever I'm going to do. I have a big book project that I'm trying to do, and yeah, getting these all put on shelves and all that kind of stuff, and finding places for them, and deciding what I'm going to do with them all. Yeah, it's a big project, but you know, it's a bookish project, and I love bookish projects, so I'm cool with that. So anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've read any of these books or any of these authors or whatever, you know, feel free to comment down below and let me know what you thought of them. Just no spoilers or anything. And so if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.